All right, day 13.
It is here.
Lucky 13?
It sure should be one.
Yeah. 12 days before Christmas.
Mm-hmm. And it's getting closer to the whiskey party. I can't wait to see all of you there. Tomorrow, yeah.
It's going to be good. I was actually thinking, do you want to make your buffalo chicken dip?
I'd have to get ingredients.
We can do that.
Okay, I guess I'll get a buffalo chicken dip.
All right.
Sounds good.
And I'm making eggnog, non-alcoholic, not the stuff that made us boozy.
Yeah, that stuff will put you under.
Right? So non-alcoholic eggnog, and you can mix in your own spirits to your level.
Yeah, on top of that, that Elton Brown recipe for eggnog, gotta wait a few months to let it age. Weeks.
Not months.
Weeks. My bad. Weeks.
At least 2, ideally 4.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Shall we dig into day number 13?
Oh, we've been to this place.
I got a partridge in a pear tree.
What's that going to taste like? I have Hard Truth 100 proof from Nashville, Indiana.
I got Bardstown. We know how much I love Bardstown. Origin Series Wheated Bourbon Whiskey.
Ooh, that one's a good one.
This is this really might be one of my favorite whiskeys.
I got a Sweet Mash Wheated Bourbon, bottled in bond.
Yeah, so this is 6 years and 106 proof.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm excited. I love this whiskey.
It's the Battle of the Wheat.
The Battle of the Wheated, yeah. And we love Hard Truth. We've had a lot of their ryes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I ever had any of their bourbon though.
Don't
think we have. So we haven't tried this particular one. So I'm very interested to see how this holds up against the Bardstown Wheated that we just absolutely adore.
Yeah, wheat versus wheat.
Wheat versus wheat. Color.
Well, it's the same.
I would say Hard Truth is a little bit darker. I love that smell.
I mean, it smells like a wheat.
I mean, this is like a doughy, caramelized, buttery.
Yeah, this is like
smell.
Buttery smell as well. And we're getting notes of like butterscotch or caramel. I'd say more on the butterscotch side of things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to me that smells a little bit grainy too. Like
it does smell a little bit grainy as well.
Yeah, much more than the Bardstown. Smell the Bardstown.
Yeah, this Hard Truth is a little bit more grainy on that ground.
Yeah. And so we know that, okay, so this is darker, maybe a little bit younger, less proofy.
I think I like the smell of that a little bit more though. Yeah.
Mine. No touchy.
I'm going to be touching that bottle shortly.
Oh man, this is just like buttery brown sugar goodness. Like it is just, this is so good. So good. Love it. It has a longer finish, just enough like of a warm hug going down. This is seriously one of my favorites. I don't know.
It's not bad. It's got a small heat right at the start, goes down, smooth in the mouth. Yeah, some interesting flavors. I'm waiting for that second sip to get a little bit more ground in what I'm tasting exactly. That first one's usually pretty hot for me.
Yeah.
So.
I already had my second sip. I mean, I could just down this whole thing. I'm being very polite and letting him have a sip to compare.
No, very smooth, silky, buttery, definitely some caramel. It's just a pleasant drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I getting into whiskey, I love the wheated whiskey. I also love wheated beer. So I like that whole flavor profile Like that's my sweet spot.
I mean, it's got a lovely finish. It's nothing harsh, just a nice warmth.
To me, the wheat just always mellows everything out, right?
Yeah.
It makes it come together.
And I get a lot of caramel, like butterscotch notes that are very much popping up. And it's pleasant. It's very pleasant.
Shall we switch? I took 3 sips.
I'm green and I'm switching to red.
Yep. So Bardstown is red.
Now.
Hard Truth is green. I'm getting grainy.
The notes here are just more pleasant, in my opinion.
A little bit grassy. And something else. To me, this does not smell super sweet. I get a lot of the grains and the grasses off of it, which it still smells lovely. So to me, this starts out softer, it builds up and then finishes. I do get a little bit of the toffee notes on this one, but it's so much more prominent in Bardstown.
It is. It just. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the heat, it's not as potent as Hard Truth. Hard Truth is definitely a little bit more heat forward.
Yeah.
They're both very smooth if we're weeded. But if I'm comparing the two, just the notes are more yummy.
So I would say if you do not like your bourbon sweet, you will probably prefer the Hard Truth. This is not an overly sweet weeded whiskey.
Yes.
Bardstown is sweet. Like, it is not like a rum cask finish or a maple cask finish. It's not a cask finish sweet, but it's sweet. This, I get those notes, but they're much more subtle, and I'm tasting a lot more of the grains going into it.
Yep.
Which is lovely. It's just two very, very different expressions of how
approaches of it.
How wheat can taste.
Mm-hmm. Both still have their place.
Absolutely. Okay, switch back.
Now, we've been asked to rate these.
We have.
Do you want to rate them out of 100 or out of 10?
Oh, what rating system should we use? So we actually just had this conversation with our kids about rating systems and how something that's rated out of 100 is and gets 100 is maybe more valuable than something rated out of 10 and gets 10, because you can deduct points a little bit easier out of 100. But how complex do we want to make this?
Oh man, I think we should just do it with the 100.
With 100?
I think we really should.
Okay, so out of 100, I would give, let's start with Hard Truth. I would probably give it maybe somewhere between 85 and 90.
Spot on. I was thinking 85 as well.
Yeah.
Because usually our shelf down in the basement, I'm rating it 90 plus.
Mm-hmm.
For us to have something on our shelf, in my opinion, is worth going out and seeking to buy. And yeah, it's up there.
It's up there.
It's up there, but we do have a few other weeded that definitely are up there a little higher.
And I would say I could see this like maybe a different year of this same expression.
Oh, maybe.
Being phenomenal,
maybe,
right?
Yeah.
Like it's one of those that it's rated high enough that I would be interested in tasting this like each year. And I'm sure there'd be some bottles that were like, oh yeah, that's really great.
Yeah.
Bardstown, I'm probably at 96.
See, I've had several other Bardstowns. I'm going to go with a 94.
94.
I'm going to go with a solid 94. I mean, like I said, anything 90 and up for us is definitely going to stay on our shelf. And this is one that is always going to be there.
Yeah. My only, and this is, I'm not a proof hound, so to speak, but I do kind of wish that I could taste this at a higher proof. And I think I would love it at a little bit higher proof. That's the only otherwise I have no notes. Like, I kind of wish I could get this at maybe a 115, 120.
Maybe.
And I think it would just it would just balance really, really well. This one, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, at 100, I don't want it any less fruity.
No, it needs it that.
Yeah. This could even, again, I'm not a proof hound, but it's just like there needs to be a little bit more oomph behind it.
I can get behind
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Nevertheless, both are
Beautiful whiskeys.
Yes, and I would not pass up on either of these. No, and this was a joy to do. Let us know what you would rate it. Were we too mean? Were we too harsh? Were we too nice? Santa Claus is just around the corner. You take
Santa Claus, Whiskey Claus.
Oh, my bad. Whiskey Claus is just around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope to see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, really good. Not a hard decision, but I agree. You're right.
Red. 1000% red.